The Fed releasing its monetary policy report to Congress. Here is Bloomberg's Chris Condon.
Good morning. The Fed is feeling very good about the economy, another signal in that direction, and very comfortable with the current path of interest rates that it's on. The FOMC will offer further gradual increases in the target range of the federal funds rate, and that is in line with a very strong labor market and inflation that is essentially at the Fed's 2% target. Some other very positive things we find in this monetary policy report that the Fed prepares twice a year for Congress. Number one, a special box that they offered on the participation rate. That's something that in the crisis and following the Great Recession was a very negative point in the U.S. economy, with people in their prime working age dropping out of the workforce. Since 2013, that's been reversed somewhat, and this report suggests some optimism for more gains to be found in that area. In other words, more people outside the workforce moving back in as the labor market remains strong. Another one, a very interesting little side report here on oil. The price of oil has obviously increased in the past year. The Fed notes that that's costing U.S. consumers. The average household is spending this year about $300 extra at the pump. Now, that's obviously bad for consumer spending, but because of changes in the U.S. economy, in particular where oil is being produced, that's not nearly as bad as it used to be. The report notes that higher oil prices now imply much less of a net overall drag on the economy than they did in the past. Now, a couple of things I'd like to note that were not in this report, very interestingly. No extended discussion of either the flattening yield curve, that's of great concern to many participants in the market, and number two, no extended discussion of trade disputes. And I have to say that Chairman Jay Powell, when he goes up to Capitol Hill next week to present this report and testifies before first the Senate Banking Committee on Tuesday morning and then the House Financial Services Committee on Wednesday, is not going to be able to get away with ignoring that topic. It's one thing that you can be sure to predict. He'll be pressed on how much the growing trade disputes are affecting the Fed's outlook for the economy.